Hey everyone. Today, we're exploring a dark twist on Deku's story. What if he became a psychopath? Join me as we delve into this chilling alternate universe where quirks become deadly. Let's get started. It was morning in the city of Mustafu. Birds were singing. If you looked closely, you could see a group of young boys, very young, hitting one of their friends, who was trying to protect someone hurt. Izuku, that's mean, Kachan. Can't you see he's crying? If you keep doing this, I'll never forgive you. Shaking in fear but trying to protect a boy. Midoriya Izuku, 6 years old. Quirkless, meaning he doesn't have any special powers. Bakugo, even without a quirk, do you think you can be a hero, Deku? Making small explosions in his hand to scare Izuku. Bakugo Katsuki, 6 years old. Explosion. Bakugo's sweat is like nitroglycerin, which he uses to create blasts. Bakugo seemed angry at Izuku's attitude. To Bakugo, Izuku didn't belong in this world. Frustrated, Bakugo rushed toward Izuku, hitting him until he fell. Bakugo, learn your lesson, Deku. Without a quirk, you're useless. Just give up. Walking away without looking back. Let's go, guys. Running away with his friends. Izuku, thoughts, this is too cruel. Looking at the sky, dizzy from the explosions. Izuku, thoughts, this is too cruel. Still feeling dazed. Izuku, thoughts, but he's right. I am useless. Not getting up. Still dizzy, Izuku stayed on the ground for a while. At just 6 years old, Izuku had already accepted that he was powerless. People kept telling him he was useless, making him feel even worse. He was frustrated and sad because no one supported him. But he didn't want to give up. So, like always, he stood up and walked home, tired. At home, he tried to act happy as he spent time with his mom. When night came, he watched his favorite hero, All Might, on video. It was a simple clip, with the great hero saving lots of people, telling them not to worry because he was there. After watching, Izuku went to sleep, ready for Saturday. The next morning, he did his usual routine, then went to the park to clear his mind. Izuku, thoughts, I want to save people. Like All Might. I want to be a hero. Like him. It's hard to face reality like this. No matter how hard I try, the outcome is always the same. Clenching his fist. It ends in failure, beatings, or insults. Kicking a small rock while remembering his time with Bakugo. Izuku walked with his head down, still frustrated. He just wanted to help people, but society wouldn't let him. He went to sit on a swing, and as he started swinging, he noticed another person on the swing next to him. Hey. Are you there? Hey. Following Izuku. Izuku, what's going on? Are you talking to me? A bit confused since he wasn't used to people talking to him. Finally, you noticed me. I've been following and trying to talk to you this whole time, but you just ignored me. Anyway, getting up from the swing with sparkling eyes. It's you. You're the boy from yesterday. I'm so lucky to have found you. I don't know your name. Can you tell me? Excited and blushing a little because she found Izuku cute. Izuku, I'm Izuku. Midori interrupted by the girl. I have so many questions. What you did was so brave. You jumped in to defend him. Jumping with excitement. Hey, you want to be a hero, don't you? You totally have that vibe. Oh, by the way, my name's Nehire Hadu, I'm 8 years old, nice to meet you. Extending her hand with a big smile to shake Izuku's hand. Izuku, thoughts, she's so kind and a bit curious. She'll probably walk away when I tell her I don't have a quirk, feeling down but still shaking her hand. Nehire, something wrong? You seem worried. A bit concerned. Izuku, and no, it's nothing. By the way, what's your quirk? Trying to cheer up. Nehire, my quirk? It's wave motion. It's not very strong yet, but I'm sure one day I'll improve it enough to be a real hero. Excited. What's yours? Moving closer to Izuku, curious. Izuku, your quirk sounds amazing. Sadly, I don't have a quirk. Sorry. A little embarrassed since Nehire was close, but feeling sad as he admitted he had no quirk. I'd love to be a hero, someone who saves everyone like All Might, but it seems I'll never make it. I'm a failure. Clenching his fist, frustrated and looking down. Nehire, thoughts, he doesn't have a quirk? And yet he had the courage to protect someone who needed it? Amazing. Stars in her eyes. Izuku, if you don't want to see me, that's okay. It was nice talking to you. Forcing a smile as he tried to walk away. Nehire, wait. Why wouldn't I want to see you? You're incredible. Excitedly waving her arms from all the emotion. Izuku, I incredible? Surprised and blushing a little at the compliment. Nehire, yes. You're awesome. Pulling Izuku's cheeks. Izuku, really? You think I'm awesome? Tearing up a little as Nehire let go of his cheeks. Nehire, sorry, hee. A bit embarrassed. Izuku, and no, it's not that. It's just. No one's ever told me I was awesome before. Blushing and feeling shy. Nehire, really? You know what I think? Excited and curious. I think you can achieve your dream. Just keep going, Izuku. You can do it. Smiling, slightly blushing with excitement. You can do it. Those simple words. Even his own mother hadn't said that to him. Hearing it made him feel happy, excited, and grateful to Nehire. He couldn't believe that someone had finally supported his dream, even though it seemed almost impossible. Izuku, and Nehire. Why, you're the first person to support me like this. Telling me that I can do it. In shock, still crying. Thank you. Really. Thank you so much. Remembering the time he was told he had no quirk. Nehire, hey, what do you think about making a promise? Holding up her pinky. Izuku, a promise? Wiping his tears. Nehire, yeah, come on. It's a pinky promise. Don't you know what that is? Waiting for Izuku to link his pinky with hers. Izuku, oh okay. Extending his pinky to meet Nehire's. Nehire, let's work hard. No matter what people say, we'll keep going until we reach our goals. Sound good? Shall we seal the promise? Feeling motivated. Izuku, yes. I promise. A little nervous. Nehire, great. Now we're best friends. Aren't you excited? Shaking Izuku. Izuku, thoughts, this feels like a dream. I never expected to have a friend like her. I thought I'd always be alone. Watching Nehire as she asked him questions. I guess. It's not time to give up, right? Smiling as tears of happiness rolled down his face. From that day on, Izuku's life changed drastically. He didn't hang out with Bakugo as much anymore and spent his time with Nehire at the park, talking and playing heroes. For the first time, he was truly happy. They had so much fun together. A few months later, Izuku's mom met Nehire's parents, and they all got along well. Nehire's family often visited Izuku's house to chat with his mom, Inko. Nehire always joined them, playing with Izuku, who had lots of action figures, so they never ran out of fun. Years passed, and nothing changed. Nehire and Izuku remained close friends, sharing a deep bond. Everything was perfect until 6 years later. Nehire, Yue is getting closer and closer. It's so exciting. Looking at the sky, blushing with excitement. Izuku, yeah, I haven't forgotten our promise either, ha. Sitting with Nehire on a park bench. Nehire, hey. You've been acting strange lately. Is something wrong? As curious as ever, moving closer to Izuku's face. Izuku, honestly, I've been feeling weird these days. I don't know how to explain it. It's like I'm going to explode. Looking at his hand, confused. Nehire, explode? As confused as Izuku. Izuku, thoughts, am I getting sick? I'll tell my mom when I get home. Still puzzled, touching his head. Lately, Izuku had been feeling like something was going to happen whenever he was frustrated or angry. He was deep in thought while Nehire rested her head on his shoulder. Changing the subject, the two had grown very close, becoming the best of friends. Seeing Nehire so calm, Izuku decided to relax too. Everything was fine until an explosion suddenly went off right in front of Izuku's face. Nehire, Izuku. She called out as dust filled the air. When the dust settled, Nehire saw Izuku standing in front of her, defending her just like when they first met, back when he protected that kid. Her eyes sparkled as she saw Izuku's heroic spirit shine through. Izuku, what's wrong with you? I haven't bothered you in 6 years. He shouted, angrier than usual, with a small burn on his face from Bakugo's explosion. Nehire, Izuku. Trying to help him, but Bakugo interrupted. Bakugo, I don't like that you have friends, Deku. Someone as useless as you doesn't deserve friends. I stopped bothering you for a long time. He sneered, creating small explosions. You're trash. You shouldn't get in other people's way. Bakugo mocked Izuku. 80%. No one realized, but small rocks around them started to float. Izuku was furious. He didn't want Nehire to leave him, not after everything she had done for him. Izuku, stop it. I know I'm useless, but I won't let you hurt her. His hair covering his eyes. She's the only one who's ever supported me. Still shielding Nehire. Bakugo, stop me? What if I blow your friend's face off? Huh? Tell me what you'll do, useless. Small explosions crackled in his hands. 90%. Izuku, I won't let you. I won't let you hurt her, Bakugo. His voice colder than usual. Bakugo, thoughts, what was that? A bit confused by Izuku's tone and noticing his hair starting to float slightly. Nehire, Izuku? What's happening to you? Seeing Izuku's hair rising in the air. Izuku had never shown any signs of having power while growing up. Yet, he had unknowingly been controlling his emotions. His emotions were the source of his hidden power. Izuku had never been aggressive, he was too shy for that. But all the feelings he had bottled up over the years were starting to overflow. And once his emotions reached a certain point, he couldn't hold them back anymore. Now, the emotion filling his body was so strong, it was about to break through. Bakugo, get out of my way. Using his explosions to rush toward Nehire. It seemed like Bakugo was about to strike Nehire, but in a split second, his attack was stopped. A faint aura surrounded Bakugo's arm, paralyzing him. 100%. Izuku, don't even think about it. If you lay a hand on her, I'll kill you, scum. He slowly raised his gaze. Izuku vanished in an instant and reappeared behind Bakugo. As Bakugo turned to see him, Izuku grabbed his jaw. Bakugo was terrified, unsure of what to do. He tried to move Izuku's hand, but it was useless. Izuku had become too strong. And when Bakugo looked into Izuku's eyes, he saw something even more terrifying. Izuku had awakened a power he didn't even know existed, his rage. Izuku's rage. 100% rage. Bakugo, wait. Trying to speak but immediately pushed to the ground, making a small crater dash. Nehire, Izuku. Wait. Izuku ignores her dash. Bakugo, thoughts, what the heck is this? He's a monster. What did I just awaken? It's terrifying. Really terrifying. Feeling some pain as Izuku hit him harder than it seemed Taking advantage of Bakugo's stunned state, Izuku stepped on his face. When Izuku looked down at Bakugo in his weakened position, his eyes turned red, threatening, and deadly. Izuku, I've never been this angry before. Bakugo. Not blinking, staring down at Bakugo Everything around them began to float, even people and heavy objects. Izuku was completely out of control. Bakugo, damn deku. Creating explosions at Izuku's ankle, trying to break free Izuku, it's pointless. You won't escape. You've awakened something. Something I didn't even know I had. You're done. Pressing harder on Bakugo's face, causing a bit of blood to come out What am I doing? Stunned, seeing blood on Bakugo's face, taking a few steps back Nehire, Izuku. Noticing Izuku's power fading as she stopped floating Seeing Izuku retreat, Bakugo quickly got up and moved further away. When he turned back to look at Izuku, he saw him kneeling, crying in regret. Nehire, are you okay? Izuku. Trying to help the kneeling Izuku Izuku, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Nehire. Yelling in frustration I didn't mean to do it. Don't give up on me. Please. Slamming his head into the ground to apologize for losing control Nehire, Izuku. That's not, interrupted by Bakugo Bakugo, don't come near me again, you damn monster. Unable to see Izuku without remembering the deadly look in his eyes Izuku, monster? Am I really one? Overwhelmed by losing control Izuku started getting upset again from Bakugo's words. His awakened powers made him feel like he was being taken over by emotions. Even though he had finally gained the power to achieve his dream, it seemed he gave off a completely different impression, enough to be called a monster. Nehire, don't worry about what they say. Don't you remember? Lifting Izuku's face to hug him Flashback. Nehire, let's keep trying. No matter what people say, we'll keep pushing until we reach our goal. Does that sound good? Promise? Dash full of motivation dash. Izuku, yes. I promise. Dash a bit nervous dash. End flashback. Nay higher, monster or not. Ever since I met you, I decided to support you. So don't worry about that, Izuku. Dash hugging Izuku dash. Izuku, nay higher? Dash a bit startled as he felt small tears running down his neck dash. Nay higher, why you idiot? Isn't it amazing? I'm so excited. You've finally awakened your powers, Izuku. Dash crying on Izuku's shoulder out of happiness dash. Izuku, and nay higher. Even now, you're still trying to support me. I really don't know how to thank you. Dash hugging nay higher tighter and crying on her shoulder dash. Nay higher, just keep our promise. Let's be heroes together, okay? Dash pulling away from the hug, giving Izuku a big smile full of joy dash. Seeing her smile, Izuku stood tall, ready to say everything he'd been holding back. Now, with confidence and certainty, he could promise what he truly wanted to become. Izuku, I promise. I won't turn away. I won't look back. I won't give up. We'll be the heroes we've always dreamed of being. No, I swear on everything precious in my life. I'll be the greatest hero. Did you hear me, nay higher? Dash crying nonstop and standing up to shout at the sky dash. I won't just try. I'll give it my all to be the best. Dash shouting with all his strength to the sky dash. That cry was full of emotion and joy. After saying all that, Izuku gazed at the sky with a wide smile, finally feeling like he could achieve his goal. Nay higher, Izuku dash impressed by how Izuku poured out all his feelings dash. Izuku, but I can't do it alone. Would you like to walk this tough road with this monster? Dash extending his hand to help Nay higher, who was still kneeling dash. Nay higher, why you don't need to ask that. Of course, I will. Dash taking his hand to stand up dash. Let's work hard. Together. Dash hugging Izuku as a sign of support dash. Hearing those words from Nay higher, Izuku couldn't hold back his tears again. He was truly grateful to Nay higher, the one who had supported him through all these years. A few moments later, he stepped back and bowed deeply, still crying, in gratitude. Izuku, thank you for everything. Dash breaking away from the hug, bowing, and remembering everything Nay higher had done for him dash. Izuku, thanks for everything pulling away from the hug to bow and remembering all that Nay higher did for him. Current chapter. After an hour, it was getting a bit dark. Both were calmer now. Nay higher was excited about Izuku's new power and kept asking him questions. Nay higher, how does it feel? Do you know how to activate it? It's like your mom's power. But stronger. Everything started to float, even me excitedly. Izuku, I have no clue. I don't know how to turn it on. It felt like my emotions just exploded? Starting to think it might be that. Flashback. Izuku, lately, I've felt a bit strange. I can't explain it. It feels like I'm going to burst looking at his palm, feeling confused. End flashback. Nay higher, does your power relate to your emotions? You seemed really mad curiously. Izuku, that must be it. I guess I'll figure it out over time looking at his palm. Nay higher, don't you want to try? When your power's activated, your hair started to float messing up Izuku's hair. Izuku, thinking, if my powers are like my mom's. She used her hand to pull things. Maybe seeing a colorful aura appear on his arm. Nay higher, you activated it. Your hair is floating again. How cool. Did you learn how it works? Noticing Izuku with his arm out. Izuku, and no, it's not too complicated, I guess feeling confused since he still didn't understand it fully. Nay higher, we should tell your mom. She'll take you to the hospital to check your quirk. Can I come with you? I'm so excited. Bouncing a little. Izuku, sure, haha smiling as his powers faded. Nay higher and Izuku hurried to Inko's house, both excited. When they told Izuku's mom everything, she was amazed since gaining powers at this age was almost impossible. At Izuku's home. Izuku, it's kind of like your quirk, but I think it's more dangerous remembering when he used it against Bakugo. Inko, see like mine? Can you pull things? Impressed. Nay higher, he can do more. When he used his full power, everything floated, even me and others around us eating cookies made by Izuku's mom. Inko, and no way. Son. You finally have a power reacting in shock before hugging him. I'm sorry I didn't support you enough. So happy for her son. Nay higher, how sweet. Excited, watching mother and son embrace. Inko, let's go to the hospital right away, it's still early, checking the clock. Do you want to join us, Nehire-chan? Curiously. Nehire, yes. I'd love to. Excitedly getting up from her seat. Izuku, Nehire, and Inko went to the hospital. There weren't many people, so they were seen almost immediately. The doctor asked a few questions and checked some tests and books on his shelves. After reviewing everything, he reached a conclusion. Doctor, you're a psychic, confident and calm. Izuku, what? Very confused. Doctor, my research and tests are correct. You don't have a quirk, you have a unique ability. Can you tell me how your powers awakened? Showing the X-ray that confirmed Izuku didn't have a quirk before putting it away. Izuku explained everything that happened with Bakugo. How he interrupted the conversation with Nehire, defended her, and finally exploded, literally. Doctor, I see. From what you just told me, your psychic strength relies on your emotions. That's a possibility, thinking with a finger on his chin. There have been people with psychic powers before, but none like yours. It sounds quite dangerous, you should be careful placing a hand on Izuku's shoulder. After explaining, the doctor decided to run some tests to see how Izuku's power worked. Things like attracting objects, activating and deactivating his ability. By the end of the consultation, they concluded that Izuku could use his psychic powers at will, which could be seen as telekinesis. As the doctor said, his power increased when his emotions peaked. In moments of extreme anger, his abilities would surge even more. After leaving the hospital, they decided to drop Nehire off at her house, while Izuku and Inko headed home to rest since it was getting late. The next day. It was Saturday, around 4 p.m. Izuku and Nehire were talking in a park, as they usually did. Nehire was very curious about Izuku's power, so she asked him to demonstrate it on various things. Chairs, trash cans, large stones, and playground equipment like swings. He could move everything at will thanks to his telekinesis. 2 years later. 2 years flew by. Izuku's emotions hadn't reached their peak yet, but he discovered many possibilities. He could create strong force fields, fly, enhance his physical strength and speed, dismantle matter, and rebuild it at a molecular level. His power was more than just telekinesis, as the doctor suggested, it was beyond any known quirk. Neither Izuku nor Nehire could imagine what his full power would be like in battle. But today, they were having a serious conversation. Nehire, what do you think? Looking a bit sad. Izuku, why, you should be happy. You just took a big step, right? Forcing a smile. Nehire, I am happy, but it's painful. About to finish her sentence when Izuku interrupted. Izuku, it was a promise, right? Standing up from their seats. Flashback. Izuku, I promise. I won't turn away. I won't look away. I won't give up. We will be the heroes we always wanted to be. No, I swear on everything precious in my life. I will be the best hero. Did you hear that, Nehire? Crying and shouting to the sky. I won't just try. I'll give everything to be the best. Shouting loudly to the sky. End flashback. Izuku, I still fear my emotions will explode like that time, but that fear won't stop me from keeping my promise. So, Nehire. Don't forget me in these 2 years, okay? Hugging Nehire. Thank you for everything, trying to calm Nehire. Nehire, Izuku, taking a deep breath to hold back tears. Izuku, maybe I'm being a bit dramatic since it's only 2 years, pulling away from the hug. But I really appreciate you, haha, you're my only friend, scratching his head, feeling shy. Nehire hugged Izuku again. Even after 2 years, she had grown fond of him, he was a great friend. She shed a few tears on Izuku's shoulder, then wiped them away. After a few minutes, they separated to leave. Both felt a bit down since they had so much fun together. A year later. Izuku was in class, gazing out the window while the teacher discussed college. He was relaxed until everyone started celebrating. Teacher, since you're all in your 3rd year, it's time to think seriously about your future. I've given you many brochures for your plans, but you're all holding some papers. Planning to enter the hero course, right? Throwing the papers back and changing his tone. Everyone, yes. Everyone activated their quirks except Izuku, who preferred not to use his. Teacher, yes, you all have amazing quirks. But using your powers in school is against the rules. Cheerfully. Bakugo, sensei. Don't put us all in the same group. I won't be at the back with these rejects. Standing up from his seat. Students, that's rude, you jerk Katsuki. Annoyed. Bakugo, you should shut up, extras. Mocking his classmates. Teacher, oh, if I remember correctly, you want to go to UA, right Bakugo? Reading his list. Students, UA. The national school? It was in the top 0.2 this year, you know? Everyone murmured while Izuku tried to hide. Bakugo, that's exactly why you're all extras. I aced the mock exam. I'm the only one from this school who can get into UA. I'll definitely pass All Might and become the best hero. My name will be on the list of the richest. Raising his fist and shouting. Teacher, oh right, Midoriya wants to go to UA too, doesn't he? Reading his list. Bakugo froze as his classmates turned to look at Izuku, who felt intimidated by their stares. Student, what, Midoriya? Impossible laughing at Izuku. Student 2, you haven't even shown any sign of your quirk. How do you plan to be a hero without one? Mocking Izuku. Meanwhile, Bakugo sat quietly, deep in thought. Bakugo, thinking, damn it. Don't mess with Deku. If he gets mad, we're done for sweating. Izuku, I do have a quirk. I just don't like using it, feeling a bit nervous. Student 3, sure. Whatever you say, bored. Bakugo, thinking, I hadn't thought about Deku. I guess I should let it go. I don't want to get into trouble. To be honest, he's scary when he uses his quirk. I don't want to see that again, remembering when he faced Izuku. Izuku ignored the laughter, knowing he had powers, even if he was scared to use them after what happened. Classes continued normally, and when they ended, Izuku left the classroom. Izuku, thinking, I'd like to build some muscle. I look like a stick. I don't want to rely only on these powers, referring to his psychic abilities. Okay, I'll start training tomorrow. If I'm right, there's a year left until the UA exam. Walking calmly through a tunnel. Izuku, I need to start training if I want to join the hero course. Saying this as he walked through a small tunnel. He was walking normally until a green liquid began to ooze from a sewer. Izuku didn't notice it was a villain. Mud villain, you're the perfect camouflage to escape from me. Trying to attack Izuku. Izuku, a villain? I guess I can defeat him in self-defense as his hair started to levitate, touching it with 2 fingers. Mud villain, what? As his muddy body spread everywhere. Izuku, damn. I think I killed him. I just wanted to knock him out, feeling a bit anxious. Izuku saw the area covered in the villain's mud and thought about storing it in a bottle, but where would he get a bottle? It's all right. Why? Emerging from the sewer. Izuku, is it really? Feeling excited. I'm here. With a big smile. Izuku, All Might. Very excited. All Might, where's the villain, young one? Worried. Izuku, All Might. It's the real one. I can't believe it. Almost fainting. All Might, young man. React. Shaking Izuku. Izuku, alright, the villain. I defeated him. What's on the floor and walls is what's left of him, pointing at the green liquid. All Might, a kid like you defeated him? Impressive. What's your name? Gently patting Izuku's back. Izuku, my name is Midoriya Izuku. It's a pleasure to talk to you. Nervously. All Might, the pleasure is mine. Is there anything special you want? I want to thank you for defeating that villain cheerfully. Izuku, I just want your autograph. Nervously. All Might, just that? Where do I sign? Looking for a pen. Izuku, this notebook, taking out a hero notebook. Izuku was quite curious about heroes and had been jotting down everything he learned about them. He had 13 notebooks so far. All Might, impressive, you have a lot of analyses. And they're well done. Did you take the time to make all this? Impressed while signing the notebook. Izuku, why yes. I've been doing it for a few years, feeling a bit embarrassed. All Might, very good. I hope you can become a hero soon. I have high expectations for you. I'd like to thank you for what you did, handing the signed notebook to Izuku. Izuku, thank you so much, All Might. Excited and bowing repeatedly. All Might, I could give you some tough training to build your muscle. You look like a stick. How did you defeat the villain? A bit impressed. Izuku, alright, do you have a bottle? A bit frantic. All Might, yes, here, taking an empty bottle from a bag. Izuku, good, raising one of his fingers. Even though I don't have a quirk, I do have psychic powers, as the mud from the villain began to levitate. With just a downward motion of his finger pointing at the bottle, all the scattered mud flew into it. All Might, impressive. I've never seen a kid like you. I've heard psychic powers are rare in their natural form. Impressed. But I don't have time to discuss this. Grabbing the bottle and putting it in his pocket. Izuku, wait, trying to catch up to All Might. All Might, it's better to talk another day, young man. I have some matters to attend to. Keep supporting me. Jumping away. Izuku, All Might. Hanging onto All Might's leg. All Might, hey, your fandom is too much. Let go. Trying to shake off Izuku. Izuku, I'll die if I let go. Frightened. All Might, alright. I'll find a building to land on. Close your eyes, holding on to Izuku. Izuku, thinking, honestly, I can fly with my psychic powers, feeling a bit embarrassed. All Might landed on a building, leaving Izuku pretending to be nervous about the height while feeling embarrassed by his actions. Izuku, that was scary. Anxious. All Might, that was very reckless. If you need help, ask someone below. I have to go. Walking away. Izuku, wait, trying to reach All Might. All Might, no. I won't wait. Moving away. Izuku, see, can I be a hero with this power? Causing All Might to stop. The truth is my power is too dangerous, and I'm scared. I'm afraid of losing control again and hurting someone innocent, feeling a bit frustrated. 40%. All Might, too dangerous? A bit confused as he started to cough. Damn, as smoke appeared. Izuku, All Might? Are you okay? Very worried. Izuku activated his psychic powers and used them to disperse the smoke All Might had expelled. But when he saw his hero, his idol, he was stunned. Izuku, why you've weakened? Wait, so it's... Huh? A fake? Impossible. Surprised by All Might's transformation. All Might, I am All Might. Blood coming from his mouth. All Might, do you know those guys who show off in the pool? It's like this, explaining to Izuku. Izuku, it can't be. And no way. All Might isn't scared. He saves everyone with a smile. He's the best. Still surprised and a bit let down by his hero. All Might, a fearless smile, huh? Sighing with nostalgia. Now that you've seen me like this, kid, don't post it online, even by accident. It's from an injury I got 5 years ago. Half of my lungs were damaged, and I lost my stomach. I became this way after many surgeries and recovery. Now, I can only be a hero for about 3 hours a day, lifting his shirt to show a severe wound. Izuku, and no way. 5 years ago. Was that when you fought Toxic Chainsaw? Scared by his idol's injury. All Might, you're well informed. But a fool like him can't defeat me. This fight can't go public. I asked for it to stay hidden. I'll save people with a smile. The symbol of peace must not be scared by evil. I smile to show strength to heroes and hide my fear. But now, let's talk about your power. What do you mean by dangerous? Serious. Izuku, how can I explain? My power depends on my feelings. When I was a kid, a friend tried to hit me and another friend. I got so mad that my powers went wild. I caused chaos all around, scaring my best friend and losing my chance to talk to him again. That's why. I want to learn to control my powers and become a hero everyone admires. A hero who fears nothing. Someone who can save everyone with a smile and bring joy. That's the kind of hero I, Midoriya Izuku, want to be. The best hero. With determination. All Might, young one. You. Interrupted by an explosion. Izuku, what? What just happened? Looking around. The bottle. It's gone. Pointing at All Might's pocket. All Might, thinking, it fell. When did that happen? When the kid held onto my leg, serious. Izuku, if it fell from your pocket. It's my fault. Frustrated. 70%. All Might, calm down, it's not your fault. We need to check what's going on. Hurry. Pointing to the door. Izuku, but. I was on your leg, interrupting your hero work. It really is my fault, I'm so sorry. Frustrated, messing with his hair. Flashback. Izuku, I got so mad that my powers went wild, serious. End flashback. All Might, wait. Trying to talk to Izuku. Izuku created a small shockwave, kicking up dust. All Might was getting up, seeing Izuku with a rainbow aura while his hair floated. Izuku, this is awful. Not feeling guilty, sad, or bitter. No matter how I feel, this power is uncontrollable, starting to float a bit. Don't worry, All Might. I'll fix this, disappearing. All Might, young Midoriya. A bit frantic and starting to run. It seemed the mud villain had a student trapped. It was Bakugo. The heroes were trying to approach, but it was useless since the villain threatened to kill the student. Everything was on fire from Bakugo's explosions, but suddenly, someone landed heavily, creating a shockwave that put out the flames. As he landed, rocks floated around him, accompanied by some debris. All due to Izuku's immense power. Izuku, you. With red eyes. Mud villain, you're the kid who beat me. A bit nervous. But now it won't be so easy. Take this, brat. Trying to hit Izuku with mud and Bakugo's explosions. Kamui, kid. Very worried about Izuku. Izuku, is that all? Did you try to attack me? I couldn't see your attack, it was too weak. Very calm with a barrier around him. Death arms, get out of there now, brat. Trying but failing as he fell to the ground. What's happening? I can't get up, struggling to rise. Izuku, I've paralyzed them, don't worry about them. Explaining to the villain. Because of you, my emotions exploded again, something I didn't want to happen. So now, look at me. Look at me and attack me with everything you have. Confident and annoyed. Look at me and attack me with everything you have. Confident and annoyed. Mud villain, you brat. Trying to hit Izuku with a big attack. The mud villain attacked Izuku many times, but it was useless against Izuku's nearly invincible barrier. He had tested his barrier with Nehire but never used his powers with emotions fully unleashed. Izuku used his powers to pull some mud from Bakugo's mouth so he could breathe, giving him more time to test his abilities. After a few seconds, the mud villain decided to speak. Death arms, thinking, how can a kid withstand such explosions? He's way stronger. Much stronger than all of us combined, still unable to get up due to Izuku's powers. Mud villain, it's useless. Stopping his attacks. You're a hero, yet you paralyzed your allies. Do you forget I have a hostage? Trying to buy time to kill Bakugo. Izuku, I know, that's why. Raising two fingers. I'm the worst, placing his fingers on the villain's forehead. Mud villain, what? As his whole body exploded, freeing Bakugo. Bakugo, what's happening? Deku? Seeing Izuku still with his powers activated, then losing consciousness. Izuku, sorry for being late, Kachan. Using his powers to make Bakugo float gently to the ground. As he laid Bakugo down, he fully deactivated his powers, calming down and returning to his usual shy self. When Izuku felt guilt, frustration, or anger, his attitude changed drastically. When he tried to leave, professional heroes approached him to question him since it wasn't normal for a kid to suddenly appear and defeat a villain that no one else could just by touching him. Death arms, that was dangerous, kid. You should be careful next time. Calmly. Anyway, thanks. You have an amazing quirk, congratulating Izuku in a way. Now go, gently pushing Izuku away. The heroes were attending to the victim, Bakugo. He had held up well, and because of that, they praised him a lot. But the most praised by the crowd was Izuku. The area was filled with people, and most had seen Izuku defeat the villain. Citizen, great job. You're really strong. Cheering for Izuku with other citizens. Citizen 2, good luck on your journey, hero. Cheerful and supporting Izuku. Izuku didn't respond but felt happy, a bit embarrassed but pleased by all the supportive comments. He always thought Nehire was his only supporter until today. After leaving that place, he headed home, still thinking about all the encouragement he received. He had expected the opposite, fearing he'd be scolded for using his power, but instead, he got praise. All Might, I'm here. Appearing out of nowhere. Izuku, wait, All Might? A bit embarrassed and startled to see him return to his skeletal form. All Might, I came to congratulate you, young one. Although you said, your emotions got out of control, you did an excellent job. I saw from afar how your power put out the fire and defeated the villain, then saved that young man. That's what being a hero is, young Midoriya, placing a hand on Izuku's shoulder in praise. Izuku, thank you so much. It's truly an honor to be praised by All Might. Bowing a lot. All Might, stop that, it's not necessary. Also, I'm not done yet, turning around. You want to be a hero, right? A bit serious. Izuku, why yes. It's been my dream since I was little. My goal is UA, All Might, determined. All Might, from my point of view, you're ready to enter that academy, no problem at all, but giving a serious look. You look like a noodle, you should train those muscles, giving Izuku some advice. Izuku, yeah. I'd like to rely less on my psychic powers and build some physical strength on my own, looking at his palm. All Might, you're interesting. Let me be your teacher, young Midoriya, forming a fist. I'll train you until your classes start. How does that sound? Smiling. Izuku, really? Why you? All Might? Very excited. All Might, yes. Activating his muscular form to give a thumbs up. Izuku, of course. I'd love to. Clenching his fist in excitement. All Might, it won't be easy, my training will be tough. But besides that, I'd like you to test your powers against me, seeing Izuku's hair start to levitate. And not now. Stop. A bit nervous. Izuku, I'm sorry, I got ahead of myself, making a drink can float. All Might, your powers are very interesting, watching as Izuku played with the can. Izuku, like I said, my powers depend on my emotions. My power can be like this can, simple at first glance, but when it's shaken, it explodes. Forming a fist, causing the can to crush under Izuku's psychic powers. Alright, I still had some soda left, feeling a bit grossed out. All Might, just like when you felt guilty about the mud villain, right? Thinking. Izuku, exactly. Something similar happened years ago, but with my anger. Honestly, I don't want to repeat that, remembering Bakugo hurt and bleeding. All Might, that doesn't matter now, young one. You should go rest. If you can, give me your phone number so I can contact you about the training, cheerful. Izuku, why yes. Taking out a piece of paper and writing down his number. Thank you so much for everything, All Might. Bowing before running off. All Might, that kid has a bright future, smiling as he watched Izuku's back disappear. Izuku, thinking, just wait, nay higher. Soon I'll be right there with you, more cheerful and excited than usual. Izuku's day went on like usual, but he felt a bit happier than normal, which made some spoons bend at dinner because of his power. After eating, he decided to sleep to get ready for the next day. The weekend. It was Sunday morning. All Might contacted Izuku to say he had a training plan for his skinny body. In the morning, Izuku met All Might at a famous beach known for being dirty. Izuku wore a training outfit, feeling confused about the training spot. A few minutes later, you could see Izuku with ropes trying to pull a huge fridge, on top of which sat All Might in his muscular form. He was trying to move the fridge without his powers but couldn't budge it at all. After using all his strength, he fell flat on his face. All Might, hey. It's comfy sitting here. If you could move it even a little, it would be easier, sitting on the fridge and watching Izuku on the ground. Izuku, truth is, I've never been good at exercising. I always relied on my psychic powers, which is why I'm in such bad shape. Wiping sand off his face. All Might, you weigh 274 kilograms, right? Standing up to dust off his clothes. All Might, no, I lost weight. I'm 255 kilograms now in this form. Teasing Izuku. Izuku, gee got it. Laughing a bit. More importantly, why am I carrying trash from the beach? Looking at All Might. All Might, I told you before, but I'll say it again. You're very strong, young Midoriya, but don't ignore your physical strength. What do I mean? Muscles, posing on top of the fridge to show off his muscles. Izuku, so. I'm here to train my muscles, right? Using his powers to make the fridge lift. All Might, wait, wobbling as the fridge floated. I'm a bird, posing as if he had wings. Izuku, thoughts, I didn't expect that, falling comically into the sand, causing the fridge and All Might to fall too. All Might, cough, cough. Anyway, clearing his throat and getting up to approach the fridge. After some research online yesterday, I found out that this beach has been like this for years. Hitting the fridge. Izuku, yes. For some reason, due to the current, objects end up here, and people use it to hide illegal drugs. Locals stay away. Explaining what he saw long ago. All Might, today's heroes are all about the flashy stuff. Being a hero used to mean volunteering. Even if people call it boring or whatever. You can't forget those roots. You'll restore this area's horizon. That's your first step to becoming a hero, smashing the fridge, sending trash flying. Izuku, clean it up? All of it? Looking at the piled up garbage. All Might, you'd kill two birds with one stone. First, you'd clean this beach, which counts as community service, and strengthen that weak body of yours. Taking out his phone to snap some pictures. Izuku, I have to get it done in 10 months. The UA entrance exams are in 10 months, feeling a bit excited. Progress until Izuku's explosion, 30%. All Might, that's right. You told me before, your main goal is UA, thinking. That's why I brought you a training plan. Pulling out some papers. Izuku, what's this? Grabbing the papers. All Might, objective, build the young Midoriya's muscles. It's a workout to help you clean the beach. Smiling. I'll make you follow this in every part of your life, giving a thumbs up. Izuku, even sleep time is included, looking at his training plan. All Might, honestly, it's a super tough routine. Can you handle it? Whispering to Izuku. Izuku, of course. To be honest, I wanted a training plan like this for a while. Trying not to get too excited about his powers. Meanwhile, somewhere in the city. Nehire, I wonder. What is he doing? Looking up at the sky curiously. Question mark, who are you talking about? Pulling Nehire out of her thoughts. Nehire, Mirio. I was thinking about my best friend. I've been waiting for him for 2 years. Isn't that amazing? He'll be entering UA soon. Izuku has incredible powers, waving her arms excitedly. Mirio, wow, you really believe in this Izuku guy. Is he strong? A bit curious. Nehire, of course he's strong. Very, very, very strong, getting even more excited. Mirio, I can't wait to meet him, he must be awesome, punching his palm. Oh, did you see the news? They say a boy saved a student from a mud villain. The victim said the hero's name is Midoriya Izuku. Is that him? Pulling out his phone to show her the news. Nehire, no way. This is amazing, super excited, grabbing Mirio's phone to look closer. Mirio, hey, following after Nehire. At the beach. All Might, take that to the entrance. Put it in the truck, supporting Izuku. Izuku, thoughts, depending on the size and shape, the muscles I need to use are totally different. Got it. This is perfect, running with a wheel on his shoulder. All Might, run. Run. 10 months will go by before you notice. We need to get you athletic, cheering for Izuku. The next day. Professor, let's see. With the rise of superpowers, the Construction Act has been reviewed. And the Minister of Land, Infrastructure, Transport, reading from a book while explaining. Izuku, thoughts, this is tough. 10 months of this, huh? It'll be hard if I don't finish a week before the exam. That means I have 294 days left. Considering I need enough recovery time, if I rest for 2 days, I'll have about 98 days of real training, even if I'm efficient. Starting to murmur. Professor, Midoriya. Hey. Did you find a villain that drove you crazy? It's bold to enter UA like that. Calling Izuku's attention. Izuku, thoughts, plus, I have to study for the exam. Feeling embarrassed. Student, are you nervous? That's scary, teasing Izuku. A few months later. Izuku was pushing himself hard, more than he was told. He kept up his grades, did extra workouts at home, had dinner with his mom, studied, and went to bed. Even though he had powers that made him almost invincible, he wanted to experience a normal life and strengthen his body so he wouldn't rely too much on his psychic powers. But later, near the beach, Izuku was running while carrying a heavy object. He felt tired and fatigued, which made him fall to the ground. All Might, hey. What's wrong? There are only 3 months left. Are you going to give up? Do you want to take it easy and rest all day? Scolding Izuku. Izuku was trying his best as always, but something was happening to him, something he had never experienced before, as he had always exercised. All Might, you aren't following the plan, are you? Overdoing it will have the opposite effect. Don't you want to succeed? Don't you want to clean the beach on time? Annoyed and worried about Izuku. Izuku, oh of course I want to clean it. All Might. But this isn't just training. I'm happy. I can finally work hard for something. I've always wanted the excitement of a tough workout like the one you gave me, All Might. That's why I want to push myself twice as hard if necessary, barely getting up. All Might, thoughts, he's a young man who fights until the end, huh? You're impressive, young Midoriya. Even with such amazing powers, you never wanted to rely on them and wanted to work hard. Seeing you do that makes me very proud. Starting to laugh as he activated his muscular form. Izuku, huh? Almost falling over. All Might, I like that. But if that's the case, you can't rush things now. But I understand your feelings, you're impressive. You keep surprising me. Let this old man adjust your plan, excited and lifting Izuku by his shirt. Izuku, why you're not old, All Might. Very fatigued, causing All Might to laugh. 3 months later. It was morning, and All Might had just arrived at the beach where Izuku was training. As he got out of his truck and put away his keys, he looked toward the beach and was amazed. Izuku was standing on a pile of trash, shouting with excitement and joy at having cleaned the entire beach. All Might, thoughts, he finished at the last minute. More than perfectly. And not only that. He cleaned everything. It's amazing. More than amazing. It's perfect, very impressed. Izuku was still standing on the trash while All Might watched, completely astonished. All Might still couldn't believe it. All Might, oh my. Oh my. Goodness, using his muscular form. Izuku started to lose his balance. He had been waking up very early these past few days, using all the time he had. Before he could hit the ground, All Might caught him. All Might, great job, giving a big smile. Izuku, All Might. I did it. I did it, crying from excitement. Progress until Izuku's explosion, 50%. All Might, yes, you surprised me, your trainer. Young people are amazing. Look at this, showing photos of Izuku from 10 months ago. Izuku, that's, looking at All Might's phone. All Might, look at this, showing a picture of skinny Izuku. And look at you now. Are these the results you wanted? Was it worth it? Very excited about Izuku's big change. Izuku, it was worth it. Totally worth it. I've never worked so hard for something, it was so exciting, starting to cry again from joy. Flashback. Izuku, I promise. I won't turn back. I won't look away. I won't give up. We will be the heroes we always wanted to be. I swear on everything precious in my life. I will be the best hero. Did you hear that, Nehire? Crying and standing up to shout at the sky. I won't just work hard. I'll give my all to be the best, shouting loudly at the sky. End flashback. Remembering that, Izuku knelt on the ground, surprising All Might. But when he realized what it was about, he couldn't help but smile widely. Izuku, thoughts, I did it. I did it, Nehire. I'm giving my all to be the best. Just like I promised. Wiping his tears. While Nehire had been working hard, Izuku felt a bit guilty, frustrated, and angry with himself for not doing what he promised, just studying. He wanted to work hard too. But after this training, giving his all for something, he felt it paid off in just 10 months. He was happy. All Might, are you okay? Come on, get up. Helping Izuku stand. I'll keep saying it, you look amazing compared to before. Now change and go for the entrance exam. I know you'll do great, happily. Izuku, why yes. Thank you, starting to run. All Might, thoughts, I'm still impressed by your spirit, thinking about something as he watched Izuku go. Izuku took a while to arrive. There were many people at UA from different schools. He still felt excited about having cleaned the beach and keeping one of his promises. As he arrived, he couldn't help but think about a few things. Izuku, thoughts, here I go. I'm ready, taking a step to enter UA. When Izuku was at the entrance, he saw a boy with red hair about to fall. Without hesitation, Izuku decided to use his powers to stop the fall. Question mark, huh? I'm flying, catching a bit of attention. Izuku, are you okay? Innocently approaching the stranger. Question mark, I see, you saved me. Thanks. Scratching his head, a bit embarrassed. My name is Kirishima, nice to meet you, extending his hand to greet Izuku. Izuku, I'm Midoriya Izuku, nice to meet you too. Shaking hands. Kirishima, thanks for helping me. Good luck on your exam. If we're lucky, we'll see each other at UA, giving a thumbs up as he leaves. Izuku, why yeah, good luck to you too, calm. After that encounter, Izuku headed to the place he was told. There were many students gathered. First, they had a written exam before a hero would make his entrance. In the student room. Present Mike, welcome to my show, applicants. Everyone say hey. What a refined response. Now, let me present the practical exam route. Are you ready? Yes, not getting a response. Izuku, It's the hero voice, present mic. Amazing. All the teachers at UA are professionals, excited. Present mic, as stated in the application requirements, you will have a 10-minute training battle after this. You can bring whatever you want with you. After the introduction, head to the specified battle center, okay? Izuku, it's a good way for friends not to work as a team. Starting to think and murmur. Present mic, 3 types of villains will be in each battle center. You earn points for each based on their difficulty. Your goal, dear applicants, is to use your quirk to earn points by immobilizing the villains. Of course, attacking other applicants or any non-heroic actions is prohibited, warning them. Bakugo, thoughts, I hope I'm not in the same group as Deku, I don't want him to kill me. Serious and sweating a little. Question mark, any questions? Standing up from their seat. Present mic, yes, raising his thumb. Question mark, in the pamphlets, there are 4 types of villains. If that's a printing error, then UA, the most promising school in Japan, should be ashamed of it. The applicants are here because they want to be exemplary heroes. Also, you with the curly hair, turning to point at Izuku. Izuku, me? You looking around nervously with the pamphlet in his hands. Question mark, you've been murmuring the whole time. It's unpleasant. If you're here for a field trip, then leave immediately, annoyed and glaring at Izuku. Izuku, I'm sorry. I'll try not to do it again. Trying to calm down a bit. Present mic, it's okay, applicant number 7111. Thanks for your input. The 4th type of villain is worse than 0 points. This type isn't really an obstacle, so to speak. There's one in every battle center. An obstacle that can appear in tight spaces, it's not impossible to defeat, but there's no reason to do it. I recommend you try to avoid it. Advising everyone. Question mark, thank you very much. Please excuse my interruption, bowing. Student 1, I see. It's like the obstacles you dodge in video games, right? Analyzing. Student 2, everything is like a video game, amazed. Present mic, that's all from me. Finally, I'll give all the applicants a gift from our school. The hero Napoleon Bonaparte once said, a true hero is someone who overcomes the misfortunes of life. Go ahead. Plus ultra. Now, everyone, good luck suffering, excited. In the battlefield. Izuku, thoughts, I hope I don't lose control. The robots shouldn't be too strong, so I'll use my powers like I always have. Making a small rock float to calm his nerves. Okay, now I'm ready. Forming a fist to crush the small rock. The test was about to start, and Izuku felt nervous because it was his first time showing his powers. Everyone was waiting for the doors to open and the test to begin. Soon, the doors to the simulation city opened, meaning the exam was starting, and everyone was waiting for the teacher to signal them. Present mic, alright, go. What are you waiting for? In real fights, there's no countdown. Death is waiting for you. Excitedly. Izuku, thinking, oh okay. I can do this. Running as fast as the other students. Izuku's group split up to find their own robots. Izuku tried the same. After a few seconds, he found a small group of robots looking for targets, but he wasn't alone, 4 other students were also after those 4 robots. Izuku, thinking, I just need to use my telekinesis. That should be enough, right? His hair started to float as he pointed down with 2 fingers. Since Izuku had strong feelings, like his nerves from taking the test, all the robots in front of him crashed to the ground, leaving the other students surprised and angry. Random student, hey! What are you doing? Pointing at Izuku. Izuku, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to destroy them all. Feeling nervous, noticing the robots were wrecked. But it was just 4 robots. Taking a nervous step back. Random student 2, you have a point, but let's just continue the exam. Activating a strange quirk and leaving the area. The group left in silence, leaving Izuku alone. When he remembered he was in a test, he quickly looked for more robots. Even though the destroyed robots earned points, it wasn't enough to pass the exam. Gradually, he calmed down and got used to the situation, able to destroy robots one by one without trouble. After figuring out how many points he needed, he decided to take a break and stretch a bit. Izuku, thinking, I've never used my power like this, for fighting. It's not too hard, I just need to control my emotions. Thinking deeply about what he said. Control my emotions, huh? I never thought I'd have a power that makes me doubt my own happiness. Raising his hand to make a fist. Suddenly, the ground shook, which startled Izuku, making him think his powers were going wild again. Luckily, that wasn't the case. It turned out the robot that was worth 0 points, according to Present Mike, was huge. Izuku, isn't that a bit too big? Feeling nervous and stepping back. This robot doesn't matter. The teacher said we could run from it. Turning to leave the area. Izuku felt confident he could escape but stopped halfway when he sensed someone trying to get out from the rubble. It was a student trapped and in need of help. Progress to Izuku's explosion, 80%. Izuku, thinking, it's simple, right? No matter how hard I try to hold back my emotions, they come out, right? Repeating this in his head as he slowly walked toward the giant robot. But if it's a critical situation like this, if it's to save those in need, is it okay? As his pupils shone bright green, his hair started to float, and he raised his palm, extending 2 fingers. 100% courage. Izuku just couldn't hold back his emotions anymore. He felt heroic seeing someone in danger and needing help. Because of this, his feelings surged, leaving everyone watching amazed and speechless. Izuku stopped walking, making all the debris around him float, including the person trapped in it. Knowing the injured person was okay, he focused on the robot, pointing his 2 fingers to paralyze it. Izuku, with one simple move, it will end. Pointing his fingers down, causing the robot to crash to the ground and start breaking apart slowly. As the completely destroyed robot floated high in the air. I will be a hero, making a fist, causing the robot to shatter with a small explosion. Debris began to fall from the sky, about to hit the ground and some students, making most of them a bit scared. But as expected, Izuku stopped all the falling debris with his telekinesis, forming a mountain of scrap. Seeing everything was safe, he deactivated his power, allowing everything to stop floating. Izuku, are you okay? Now with his powers off, he approached the person he rescued from the debris. Why yes. Thank you for helping me. A bit shocked by Izuku's power. Present Mike, time is up. Shouting excitedly, ending the test. Izuku, I'm sorry for scaring you, I was supposed to help, but I lost control. Feeling a bit nervous. Well, I'll go now, see you. Smiling nervously and starting to leave while everyone watched. Why yes. Still a bit nervous. Most were very impressed because Izuku didn't just show a heroic act, he also showed the control he had over his power and his huge potential like a professional. In the teacher's room. All Might, thinking, I knew young Midoriya was strong, but this is excessive, it's beyond a professional level. Sweating a bit, impressed, then looking at the other teachers, who were also amazed. Nezu, wow, I didn't expect to see results this amazing. That boy, Midoriya Izuku, right? Cheerfully. Not only did he show the immense power within him, but he also understood the true purpose of this exam. He still needs some self-control since he didn't consider the debris or destruction the robot's explosion could cause, but that's something we as teachers must fix, right? Looking at All Might and the other teachers. All Might, exactly. Our duty as teachers is to guide the next generation. Flexing his muscles. Snipe, putting aside this young man, this generation looks very promising. A bit impressed by the students' performance. Nezu, yes, but the real test for these young people will start on their first day of classes, that's when the real challenge begins. Serious. A little later, Izuku got home, still feeling nervous about what happened since he attracted a lot of attention. He was also thinking about his power, never considering it this way, be careful, don't let your own happiness take over. After having dinner with his mother, he kept thinking about it while lying in bed until he fell asleep. Days passed normally for Izuku, but one day was special. After 2 weeks, a letter from UA arrived at the Midoriya home, causing some panic between mother and son. Izuku was in his room, nervously looking at the unopened letter on the table. Izuku, thinking, come on. Why am I so scared of a piece of paper? Using his telekinesis to open the envelope. What's this? A hologram? Gently placing the device on the table. All Might, I'm here in hologram form. Excited. Izuku, huh? All Might? This is from UA, right? A bit confused. All Might, you must be wondering why I'm here, right? I had to take care of some papers, which made me late, so I couldn't contact you, I'm sorry. Bowing slightly. Honestly, I came to this city to work at UA cheerfully. Izuku, All Might is going to work at UA? That's amazing. A bit excited. All Might, huh? What's going on? I need to hurry? But I have something to talk to you about. Should I start over? Alright. Here we go. Sighing at the video director's instructions before preparing his speech. You passed the written exam and got 60 points in the practical exam. This means you didn't just do well. You also achieved one of your biggest goals, getting into the prestigious UA Academy. Clenching his fist. Izuku, I did it. Oh really? I just did it. Laughing with excitement and standing up, causing his chair to fall over. All Might, wait a moment. Gesturing for him to pay attention. Not only did you do an amazing job in the written and physical parts, but are we forgetting something? Smiling excitedly. Izuku, forgetting something? Lifting the chair with his telekinesis. What is it? Sitting back down in the chair. All Might, the 0-point robot. I hope you didn't forget how you felt seeing someone in danger. You probably acted on instinct and couldn't just stand by while that robot could crush them, right? Impressing Izuku. Well, that heroic act will be rewarded. Showing his muscles. Izuku, are rewarded? Impressed by such a statement. All Might, rescue points. Showing the points all the students received. Midoriya Izuku. 60 points. Giving a total of 120 points. Very excited and proud of Izuku. Izuku, this is crazy. About to cry from All Might's praise. All Might, not only did you pass, but you were the best in the whole exam, coming in first place. So now, I'd like to share a few words. Raising his palm. Welcome to your Hero Academy, Midoriya Izuku. Forming a joyful fist. Izuku, why yes. Crying as he confirmed he completed his first step. Progress to Izuku's explosion, 50%. With unmatched happiness, Izuku rushed to tell his mother, which made her cry with joy. After that wonderful news, she made his favorite meal to celebrate. They were both very happy. After dinner, they talked a lot about the exam and how it went. When the conversation ended, they both went to their rooms to sleep, feeling relieved. The next day, at the mall. Nahir, hey. When do the first years start? Do you remember? I don't remember very well. Remember the boy I told you about? I mean Izuku. Hey, do you think we can do something to be in his class? I haven't seen him in a long time. Lightly tapping her friend's back. Mirio, honestly, you've got me intrigued. I have high expectations for this Izuku. If he's like you said. I can't wait to fight him. Excited. By the way, answering one of your thousands of questions, we could help both classes. He probably passed the exam, right? Cheerfully. Nahir, yes. I'm sure he did. We have to convince the principal to be in his classes. Very excited. We'll call it the plan to find Izuku's class. What do you think? Even more excited. Mirio, don't you think that's a bit long? Plus, I'll take the chance to test the new students. Excited. Nahir, I can't wait to see Izuku. So exciting, it's so soon. With stars in her eyes, then pointing to someone arriving. Hey, Tamaki is here. Hi, Tamaki. Greeting excitedly and approaching Tamaki. After that meeting at the mall, the days flew by. Classes would start in April, and Izuku was excited for two reasons: taking his first step and seeing his childhood friend, whom he hadn't seen in 2 years. A few weeks before UA began, All Might called Izuku to congratulate him on his great work. After a brief chat, they said goodbye and waited for April. April, first day at UA. Izuku was about to leave his house when his mom asked him some questions. She was a bit nervous but very proud of him. Izuku, calm yet a little anxious, said goodbye and headed to UA. When he arrived, he rushed to find his class. Upon finding it, he was surprised by the large door. Izuku, thinking, I hope I don't have Ka-chan or the guy with glasses in my class. Opens the door. Get your feet off the table. Annoyed. Bakugo, huh? Annoyed. Don't you think that's rude to the upperclassmen and the people who made this desk? Scolding Bakugo. Bakugo, no. Which school did you go to, side character? Annoyed. Izuku, what bad luck. Watching the argument. I went to Same Private Academy. I'm Tenya Lita. Introducing himself. Bakugo, Same? Are you an elite or something? I guess I'll enjoy crushing you. Annoyed and cocky. Lita, crushing is cruel. Do you really want to be a hero? A bit scared by Bakugo until he saw someone at the door. You are. Impressed. Seeing Izuku, Bakugo quickly moved his feet off the table, turned away, and started to sweat, while Lita, the guy with glasses, approached Izuku to greet him. Bakugo, thinking, out of everyone who passed the exam, he had to be in my class. Sweating and avoiding Izuku's gaze. Izuku, nice to meet you, Lita-kun. A bit nervous. Lita, I guess I don't need to introduce myself. The pleasure is mine. I underestimated you. You have amazing power and figured out the true purpose of the exam. You're even better than me, so I apologize for that. Bowing slightly. Izuku, thinking, he's not as bad as I thought. About to talk to Lita when interrupted by someone. Uraka, oh, curly hair. You're who I was looking for. Excited and startling Izuku a bit. I wanted to thank you for saving me that day. Cheerful. Izuku, why you're looking closer since he didn't remember her. I see. You were the one under the rubble, right? Remembering. Uraka, don't say it like that. A bit embarrassed. But yes. Thank you so much for saving me. You have a cool quirk. You treated that robot like it was paper. Excited. Question mark, go somewhere else if you want to play nice. This is the hero course. Leaving while drinking juice. Uraka/Lita/Izuku, is there something there? Startled, watching as the person stood up. Question mark, well, it took 8 seconds for you all to stop moving. Time is limited, you kids aren't rational. Bored and sleepy. Izuku, thinking, a teacher? So this person is a professional. But I've never seen a hero who looks like a caterpillar. Wondering who he might be. Question mark, I'm your classroom teacher, Aizawa Shota. Nice to meet you. Bored. Izuku, thinking, a classroom teacher? Seriously, this caterpillar is our teacher? Impressed. Aizawa, this is sudden, but put these on, and let's go to the field. Pulling out some training outfits. With All Might. All Might, the UA system doesn't take the easy route. Depending on the classroom teacher, even the first day can be. Looking at some papers. At the field. Everyone, a quirk evaluation test? Worried. Uraka, what about the entrance ceremony? And the orientation? A bit scared. With All Might. All Might, so Aizawa. I heard you expelled an entire class last year for lack of potential. I need to see what you can do, and when the time is right, I'll explain my power. Concerned. At the field. Aizawa, if you want to become heroes, you don't have time for useless events. UA is strict about traditions. Just like teachers conduct their classes. You've been doing this since school, right? Physical tests without using your quirks. The country uses data from students without their quirks. That's not rational. The education ministry is a hassle. Wrapping up part of his speech. Midoriya, you were first in the robot test with 120 points. I want you to throw this ball with all your strength. Throwing him a ball. Question mark, seriously, he was first? Looking at Izuku. Question mark, too easy, he doesn't shine as much as I do. Striking poses. Question mark, I heard the top student caused a disaster in the test. Is it him? Pointing at Izuku while talking to someone next to him. Izuku caught the ball with his telekinesis and nervously went to the spot indicated. Once in position, he thought about how to do it. Izuku, thinking, I just need to make the ball float until I see fit. Preparing to throw the ball. As planned, Izuku threw the ball and sent it flying far with his telekinesis. The results showed he sent it 2 kilometers away, impressing most of the others and sparking their curiosity about Izuku's power. After that, Aizawa gave a final speech explaining the tests they would take. They sounded simple, but, as a surprise, the teacher announced that the student in last place would be expelled from UA. The tests began, and as he explained, they were quite simple, with Izuku standing out. When the tests finished, everyone gathered with their teacher to see the results. Aizawa, well, these are the total scores. Displaying a hologram with all their scores. Izuku, I came in first? Impressed. Mineta, no. I don't want to leave. Crying and looking around frantically. Aizawa, oh, that reminds me, I was lying about the expulsion. Turning off the hologram. It was a rational lie to push your quirks to their limits. Smiling and surprising everyone. Momo, of course it was a lie. It was obvious if you thought about it for a moment. Calmly. Jiru/Mineta/Kaminari, I didn't realize. Impressed. Sero, that was stressful. Feeling relieved. Kirishima, yes. I'd take on this challenge anytime. Motivated. Aizawa, and with that, we're done for today. There are brochures with schedules and other info in the classroom, so check them out when you get back. Walking away from the area. Midoriya, calm and stopping to talk to him. Izuku, what is it, Professor? A bit nervous. Aizawa, you didn't use all your power, we both know that, right? Calmly. I only let it slide because you were first in the exam. Work harder. Or you'll regret it. Now leaving the area. Izuku, thinking, how does he expect me to use all my power when it's dangerous? Crying comically. Kirishima, hey, you're Midoriya, right? Approaching Izuku. Izuku, huh? Yes, what's your name? A bit nervous. Kirishima, don't you remember me? I'm Kirishima, the guy you helped at the UA entrance. Pointing to himself. Izuku, seriously? Impressed. Well, you've changed a lot, Kirishima-kun. Still a bit surprised. Kirishima, now that you remember me, don't hesitate to ask for help if you need it. I owe you one. Smiling. We have to go now, so let's talk another day. Take care. Waving goodbye as he leaves. Izuku, thinking, it seems like everyone here is nice. Feeling relieved. After that, Izuku went to his classroom to get his backpack and the brochure with his schedule, which looked pretty normal. After grabbing his bag, he left the room and headed home. Izuku, thinking, now that I think about it, I didn't see Nehire today. I guess she'll show up one of these days. His thoughts interrupted by someone tapping his shoulder. Lita, you did great on the exam. You're heading to the station, right? Let me walk with you. Starting to walk alongside Izuku. Izuku, sure. Happy. Lita, Mr. Aizawa really surprised me. I thought, this is where the best of the best are, and I never expected a teacher would motivate us with a lie. Analyzing the situation. Izuku, thinking, I thought Lita was scary, but he's just serious. Getting to know Lita a bit better. Uraka, hey. You too. Are you going to the station? Wait for me. Running toward Izuku and Lita. Lita, you're the girl who got infinite points. Impressed. Uraka, I'm Uraka Ochako. You're Lita Tenya, and you're Midoriya Deku, right? Curious. Izuku, Deku? I haven't heard that nickname in a while. Remembering Bakugo. Uraka, the guy named Bakugo muttered Deku when you threw the ball, so I figured that was your name. Laughing a bit. Izuku, well. My real name is Izuku, but they used Deku to tease me. I haven't talked to Kachan in a while because of a little incident. Explaining, feeling calmer. Lita, an insult? Analyzing the situation. Uraka, oh, is that how it is? I'm sorry. A bit embarrassed. But Deku sounds like the Japanese word for you can do it. Excited. Izuku, if you want, you can call me that. It doesn't bother me at all. Starting to walk again with his two friends. The three continued on to the station, where they parted ways. Each went home to do their usual things for the afternoon. The next day, classes resumed at UA, with regular required subjects like English in the morning. Lunch was in the main cafeteria, where they could buy gourmet food at reasonable prices, and finally, in the afternoon, they had basic hero training. All Might, I'm using the door like a normal person. Entering the classroom unexpectedly. Kaminari, it's All Might. Impressed. Kirishima, wow, he really is a teacher. Excited. Tsuyu, that outfit is from the Silver Age, isn't it? Excited. Ojiro, his style is so different, it gives me chills. Impressed. All Might, I'll teach you basic hero training. This subject will cover different ways to learn the fundamentals of being a hero. Most of your classes will be this subject. Let's get started. Flexing his muscles. Today we'll do combat training. Holding up a card. Bakugo, thinking, combat training? A bit worried. What are the chances I'll be paired with Deku? Trying to glance at Izuku, who was sitting behind him. All Might, and to go along with that, here are your suits. Made based on your registered quirks and the requests you submitted before school started. Pointing to a wall where several cases were displayed. Izuku, thinking, wait a minute. I don't have a suit. Nervous and unsure what to wear. All Might, once you've changed, gather at the beta field. Excited. In the changing room. Kirishima, aren't you going to wear a hero suit? Curious. Kaminari, Are you going to wear the school tracksuit? Looking at Izuku's outfit. Izuku, yes. I don't need a suit to fight. Happy. Kirishima, but with a suit, you look more manly. Striking a pose. Izuku, I'll think about it. Looking down, a bit thoughtful. A few minutes passed, and All Might was waiting for his students to start the test. One by one, they began to come out through a giant door. All Might, they say people make the man, young ladies and gentlemen. Realize this. From now on. You are heroes. This is awesome, everyone. You look amazing. Watching as his students emerged in their hero suits. Wait. What happened to your suit, young Midoriya? With a big smile. Izuku, I don't need a suit for my powers, but I'm thinking about making one. Happy. All Might, I see. I can't think of a suit for you either. But that's not the point. Let's start the combat training. Excited. Several students began asking questions before the exam, but All Might proudly pulled out a small paper with instructions. Izuku, wow. Teams. Calmly. All Might, let's do this quickly. Excitedly. Team A, Midoriya Izuku and Uraka Ochako. Team B, Todoroki Shoto and Mezzo Shoji. Team C, Minoru Mineta and Yaoyorozu Momo. Team D, Katsuki Bakugo and Tenya Lita. Team E, Mina Ashido and Yuga Aoyama. Team F, Rikido Sato and Koji Koda. Team G, Kaminari Denki and Kyokajiru. Team H, Tsuyu Asui and Fumikage Tokoyami. Team I, Ojiro Mashirao and Toru Hagakure. Team J, Sero Hanta and Eijiro Kirishima. Uraka, awesome. It's like fate. I'm counting on you. Cheerful. Izuku, let's do a great job. Happy. All Might, the first teams to fight are. Placing his hands on two boxes. These. Pulling out balls A and D. Izuku, are really? Looking at the teams. All Might, Team A will be the heroes, and Team D will be the villains. Everyone else, go to the monitoring room. Giving instructions. Everyone, yes. Excited. Izuku, and no way. I haven't talked to Kacchan in ages. Gazing at Bakugo. Bakugo, thinking, damn it. What were the odds of facing the nerd? Very annoyed. Well. I guess I have no choice. Swallowing hard. Izuku, good luck, Kacchan. Passing by him, feeling down about what happened last time. Izuku's progress towards his explosion, 60%. Bakugo, thinking, this time. It'll be different. Grinding his teeth. All Might, young Lita, young Bakugo. Think like a villain. This will feel like a real battle. Don't fear getting hurt, give it your all, big smile. Lita, yes, sir. Entering the building. All Might, if things go too far, I'll stop you, still smiling. Bakugo, damn. Why is he so scary? Even without that form. Watching Izuku go to his team. All Might, young Bakugo. Please enter the building, guiding Bakugo. Bakugo, fine. Annoyed. A few minutes later, inside the building. Lita, even if this is training, it feels wrong to act like a villain, approaching what looks like a bomb. So our job is to protect this? It's just paper mache, lightly tapping the bomb. Bakugo, hey, Four Eyes. I'm going after Deku, I have things to settle with him, angry, heading to the exit. Lita, hey. We're supposed to guard this. It's part of the test. Scolding Bakugo. Bakugo, shut up, clenching his fist and leaving the room. With Izuku and Uraka. Izuku, thinking, finally, I can fix things with Kacchan. I hope. I haven't talked to him since that day. I can't face him after that, whispering, looking down, remembering when he hurt Bakugo. Uraka, are you okay, Deku-kun? Worried. Izuku, well. I guess I should explain why we're a team. Long ago, I had a big fight with Bakugo, getting more nervous. Uraka, fight? Confused. Izuku, yeah. We were good friends, but one day everything changed, clenching his fist in frustration. Uraka, what do you mean changed? More confused. Izuku, my power suddenly awakened. I lost control and caused a huge mess, something I still regret. I have to fix this. There's no better chance than now, remembering when he hit Bakugo. Uraka, so that's what happened. You look really worried. Do you need help? A bit scared. Izuku, and no, it's fine. It's just between him and me, looking determined. Progress until Izuku's explosion, 70%. Suddenly, All Might started the exam. The heroes sprang into action as planned after seeing the building layout. Uraka, we've successfully infiltrated. Inside the building. They began checking the area carefully, looking for blind spots until they reached a place with many hallways. Izuku, there are a lot of blind spots, so be careful, analyzing the situation. Izuku and Uraka kept exploring until suddenly, an explosion happened. Bakugo, having put aside his fears, attacked. Izuku, barrier. Creating a psychic bubble to protect himself and Uraka. Bakugo, what's up, Deku? Clearing the smoke with his hand. Bakugo, don't you want to fight? Creating small explosions. Izuku, Uraka, are you okay? Dissolving the barrier. Uraka, yes, I'm fine, getting up. Izuku, I knew you'd come for me, Kachan, standing up, a bit nervous. In the monitoring room. Mineta, a surprise attack? Scared. Kirishima, Bakugo, that's cheating. A surprise attack isn't manly. Pounding fists. All Might, a surprise attack is a strategy. They're in a real battle, watching the fight. Mina, but Midori-kun dodged it, excited. Kaminari, here comes Bakugo. Nervous. In the fight. Bakugo, this time will be different, Deku. I won't hold back. Running and preparing to strike. Bakugo quickly reached Izuku, who activated his barrier just in time to stop him. Bakugo started hitting the barrier hard, but it was nearly unbreakable without quirks. Bakugo, damn. Damn. Punching the barrier in frustration. Fight. Fight. It frustrates me that you're so useless. Clenching his fist in anger, then hitting his head against Izuku's barrier. Izuku, Kachan, shocked by Bakugo's attitude. 80%. Bakugo, I want to be a hero. How many times do I have to say it? Yelling in frustration. I can't be scared of someone my whole life. Looking up, tears in his eyes. Izuku, why? Shocked, feeling sad and confused. 90%. Bakugo, every day since that damn day. I always doubted when I saw your back. I was scared. I wanted to be the best hero. But seeing you made me doubt because of my fear. You don't know how frustrating it is to be surpassed in seconds. Angry and frustrated. 92, 93, 94%. Bakugo, that's why I, interrupted by a punch from Izuku. Izuku, why now? Why tell me this now? As his hair started to float, tears falling. I doubted speaking to you over and over. You don't know how guilty I feel. Everything's starting to levitate. Bakugo, damn it, getting up after being knocked down. Izuku, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Bakugo, tears flowing. 100% sadness. Bakugo, if you really want to apologize, getting up, still a bit dazed. Come and fight, showing red eyes full of determination. Izuku couldn't speak, frustration, guilt, sadness. All mixed together, overwhelming him again. Bakugo, seeing this, rushed at Izuku. Just inches away, Izuku used his telekinesis to make Bakugo fall. Izuku, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, feeling more guilty, whispering. Bakugo, stop saying that. I get it, damn it. Yelling to silence Izuku. You don't think you can win like this, do you? Hiding a smile so Izuku would stop using his telekinesis. Izuku, and no. Not again, remembering when he hurt Bakugo. I don't want this to happen again. Kneeling, grabbing his hair and shaking his head to push away the emotions. Izuku's powers were spiraling out of control, feeling an uncontrollable force about to erupt. Frustration, anger, and sadness swirled inside him as he struggled to calm his powers, which he hated losing control over. Bakugo, Midoriya. Izuku. I've never called you that, have I? Leaving Izuku totally shocked. Izuku, thinking, what should I do? In shock as his powers slowly began to settle. Bakugo, I've seen your powers up close. I know you can't control them, which is why you don't want to fight me, right? But I still want you to fight me. What will you do? A bit annoyed. Izuku gradually lifted his head to meet Bakugo's eyes. In them, he saw his childhood friend, once arrogant but now sincere, leaving him impressed. Izuku, please help me. Voice sincere, tears still flowing. Bakugo, alright. I guess for this time. It's okay, friend, kneeling to hold Izuku's shoulder. It took Bakugo years to realize that the person he feared most was actually his friend, someone Izuku considered dear. With that understanding, the arrogant Bakugo disappeared, wanting to make amends and be a rival for Izuku. Bakugo, what? What's happening? My arm. It hurts, getting up, stepping back. What the heck is happening to me? Starting to tremble as his body felt lighter. Izuku, if you really want to fight me. We'll do it fairly, standing up, his green eyes shining brighter than usual. Izuku Midoriya -50%. Katsuki Bakugo -50%. Bakugo, so. This is what it feels like to have this kind of power, feeling Izuku's energy spread through him, creating a small aura around his body. Their reconciliation didn't last long, the timer showed they still had half the time to face the villains. This gave them enough time to battle. In the monitoring room. Kirishima, does Bakugo have the same power as Midoriya? This is awesome. Impressed, seeing Bakugo's orange aura. All Might, thinking, what are you planning, young Midoriya? Watching the screen where Izuku and Bakugo faced each other. Mina, this is amazing. I had no idea they had such cool powers. Excited. In the fight. Bakugo, I feel light. Well, we don't have much time. How do these powers work? Clearly seeing Izuku's quick movements. Be back? Glancing behind him to try and leap forward to dodge Izuku's strike. Izuku, you got used to this fast, Kachan, seeing him hit a wall that then crumbled. Bakugo, thinking, what the heck? I just wanted to jump. Looking around. Izuku, I guess it's my turn. Running toward Bakugo, using his telekinesis to lift him into the air. Izuku's telekinesis made Bakugo crash into each floor of the building until they burst outside. They both hovered in the air, ready to continue their fight. Izuku, come on, Kachan. Stop being surprised. Holding Bakugo's face. Bakugo, damn it. Trying to break free from Izuku's grip. Izuku, it's useless. Lifting Bakugo toward another building, crashing him down to the first floor. Izuku, is that all you've got? Seeing Bakugo still lying on the ground. Debris and dust surrounded them. Izuku's power was overwhelming, but he had never fought like this before, fearing he might hurt Bakugo again. However, this fight and Bakugo's words changed his mindset, he was ready to battle. Bakugo, shut up. Damn Deku. I'm not used to these powers like you. But I'll admit, your powers are awesome, clenching his fist, making his hair float. Izuku, I can't get used to this either, Kachan. I wouldn't call it awesome, referring to his emotional chaos. Bakugo, HMP. You're an idiot as always, slightly annoyed, vanishing from Izuku's sight. Over here, nerd, appearing behind Izuku to strike. Izuku, thinking, damn. Barrier. Stretching his arms to create a shield to block Bakugo's attack. What? Is he breaking it? Seeing the barrier crack. Bakugo, you damn nerd. Shattering the barrier and hitting Izuku's face. Bakugo's punch sent Izuku crashing into a wall, creating a cloud of dust that hid his status. He stopped doubting when Izuku landed a blow to Bakugo's stomach. Bakugo, damn. Throwing an elbow at Izuku's head, spitting blood. Izuku, I won't make it easy for you. Showing his bleeding face, then kicking Bakugo's legs to make him fall. Bakugo, thinking, I'll block it, crossing his arms in an X. What? Feeling his whole body heavy. Izuku, I will win. Using his telekinesis on Bakugo, swinging his hand side to side, making Bakugo crash into the walls until they broke, sending him back to the building where the test was. Bakugo, TTCH. It hurts, feeling like his power was fading. In the monitoring room. Kaminari, what is this madness? Watching Bakugo back on the screens. Kirishima, sensei? Aren't you going to stop them? Did you hear those explosions? They're about to kill each other. Impressed yet worried. Tsuyu, but if we analyze it, Midoriya-chan is probably stronger, right? This fight is so intriguing. Bakugo-chan seems hurt, but he doesn't look too affected. Karo, watching the screens. All Might, thinking, what Tsuyu said is true. If they keep fighting, I will intervene, frustrated but holding back from stopping them. Izuku, Kachan, walking through the street to the hole he made in the building. Thanks, giving a slight smile and knocking Bakugo out with his telekinesis. Bakugo, hey hey. Damn nerd, his pupils fading as he lost consciousness. All Might, loudspeaker, 30 seconds left. Excited. Izuku, what? The bomb. Jumping high onto the building. I'm coming. Feeling Lida and Uraka's presence, then breaking through the roof. Lida, what? Seeing Izuku land on the floor after breaking through. Izuku, I'll be there in a second. About to touch the bomb. I'll reach it. Fingers almost touching it. All Might, loudspeaker, the villains have won. Causing Izuku to fall flat on the floor. Progress to Izuku's explosion, 0%. Izuku, damn it. Yelling in frustration.